Hi, everybody. Welcome to today's reading. The week ahead requires us to be really focused and consistent on what? On that plan, that plan that you had. Your spirit team suggests that your motivation has started to fade. Okay, so it's really important that you get back into the motivation, you get back into the intention, and really important that you know that others are actually watching you and they're watching how resolved you are to completing that project or that goal or that idea. So it's really important that you keep going, even though you might be feeling like, meh, I'm really not in it. I'm too tired, can't be bothered. So really looking at your schedule, really looking at, what time you're getting up, what time you're going to bed, to try and make sure that you've got enough energy to really focus on that intention. So it's time to keep working for that goal. All right, so you know the deal. We are going to pick one card for each of the months, and the reading for you is the card that comes out for your month. All right, so we start in April, because April is the beginning of the energy year. April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March, and one for everyone. Yeah, the one for everyone. It does kind of feel like nobody helps me. I have to help myself. Everything is so hard. I can't be bothered. So many responsibilities. The Spirit's like, keep going, keep going. Breakthrough is nearly there. Okay, April babies. Yay! You're just looking at what's not working. It's not helping. You're looking at all the responsibilities. You're looking at the relationships that you've got. Everything seems really hard. It's time to lift your head up and look around and think to yourself, what is great and what is actually difficult? What do I actually want? Because at the moment, you're just looking at what's not working, and that's not a great space to be in. May babies. Other people's opinions are really dragging you down, and you're looking at the wrong people to see for them to say something good about you. You should be looking at people a little bit closer to you, family, friends, people who really, in your heart have your best interests in mind, but you're looking at the wrong people, and that's dragging you down. June babies. You're an old soul, but you didn't really need me to tell you that. You didn't really need the cards to tell you that. But this is your responsibility to start focusing on what you should be doing for your spiritual self. And we've got the Harmony Retreat coming up in July, first week of July, and this can be something that restarts your soul. So think about things that are going to really get you going back into your spiritual self, because it needs a little bit of polish, it needs a little bit of gloss, it's getting a little bit jaded, faded. July babies, new chapter beginning, and Spirit's reminding you that you don't have to be on the same track as other people. You can have a different perspective. That's okay. Sort of looking at things from the higher ground, from that sort of bird's eye view of what's right for you is good, and what's right for somebody else is good too. And it's finding that happy medium. August babies. There's been a lot of just getting things done, and the list has been getting longer and longer and longer, and people are going to keep putting things on your list because you just do them. So Spirit is saying that there's opportunity coming for you. You haven't really planned it out properly. You need to look at the detail, and that is going to help you get off this hamster wheel of just doing stuff for the sake of just doing stuff. Change it up. September babies. So this could be a new home, this could be a new job, there's something where you're just changing things right up, you're taking the good with you, and with the next step that you're going on, the next path, the next chapter, that thing that you've been working towards is going to work out really well, and it's going to feel like a real revelation to you, kind of like the new age version of you. October babies. Yeah. So this card says different things to me at different times. Today, I want to say this is about nurturing your inner child. Where's the fun? And it's finding that sort of detail in the day-to-day life, making cleaning the toilet fun. If you are having to do a day of cleaning your house, then it's time to put the music on loud and just really get into it and enjoy it, or sing or do something. So using that as an example, but trying to find the joy in your life, because at the moment all you can sort of feel is that things are not going well. That's not entirely true. You're just in that pause before the next step. November babies. When you look at what's frustrating you, all you get is more frustration. So Spirit says to stop looking at what's frustrating you and get yourself busy with something else. And I feel like you may have been kind of fixing some things that weren't going very well in your life, but you haven't been looking at the other things in your life. And it's time to really look around you and sort of put some roots down. And, I guess that could be literally doing some work in your garden as well. October, November, December babies. So this is the sort of soulmate card, for want of better words. This is definitely connecting with Spirit, knowing that when you communicate with those people that you care about, you really don't have to say a lot. It's just by being present actually says a lot. Just by being present and thoughtful, that can mean a lot to yourself and to them. January babies. January babies. You might be feeling like you're a little bit stuck, a little bit held in that place, that other people hold the keys. You cannot change the direction that you're going in. You have to wait. And Spirit is saying, well, actually, now is the time to speak up. Now is the time to be a little bit sneaky, a little bit crafty. Not sneaky in a bad way, but sort of, letting some people know that you're not really sure you want to let know because it might affect them, kind of thing, what your plan is and what you want. It's really time to put down those roots into the direction that you're wanting to go. So you have to speak up about it. You have to plan for it. You have to find the minor steps that lead you to where you're wanting to go. February babies. This reflects the fact that you are actually quite a confident person, even though you might think that you're faking it. But Spirit says that you have a really good understanding, that and kind of intuitive understanding between the sort of the rich or the poor, the people who have different perspectives or are experiencing life quite differently. And this kind of leads you into a leadership position. So your ability to find the balance is actually good, and you're not going to put up with any rubbish. So if anybody starts to have an argument, you're going to be like, hey, we don't need to argue about it, we just respect it. So great leadership skills. February, March babies. Well, here he is again. This guy has got a list. Have you got a list? What's your plan? Are you looking at the list of who's naughty or nice, or what problems I'm actually facing? Well, if you are facing a problem, you make a list, because in that list, you're going to be telling people what to do, and you're going to be really clear. And this sort of way it seems like you're helping other people with this as well down here. And they really need someone with confidence, somebody who knows what they're talking about to help them in that space. And believe it or not, that is you. So your leadership skills are now coming under scrutiny in a really good way, because you will enjoy it and you will find something out about yourself in the process. All right. And on that note, have a great weekend.